Hello and welcome to today's segment of Friday Reflections. Thank you for being with us today. Today, Sunday, we're going to talk about reflections from this past week. I begin to think about this week and all the events that were happening around our area, the high school graduations, the college graduations. I begin to think about the kids and the young adults there that were graduating and started a new season in their life with a new future, a new hope, with an expected end that was going to bring great and positive results for them. And I begin to think about the spiritual significance of that and how important that is for us today to understand that, you know what, God uses a form of graduation, so to speak, spiritually for us as well.
Yes, I think of the graduates this week that have conquered high school and also college, and it has, going forward in what God has laid out for them. So then I think about when I graduated, which was many years ago, and I didn't know what God had planned for me and what paths He wanted me to take, but I have seen through the years of what God has done and where He has led me, all through my education and all through the experiences of life. These graduates, if they will just turn to the Lord and if they will just ask Him to guide and direct their paths that He wants to take them to, things are going to go much smoother. I know that the uncertainties of what college life is going to be like. I know that Callie has faced those situations and, in trying to figure out what she wants to do in her life. But I think if these graduates will truly turn to God and ask Him to direct their paths, they will graduate into what God has for them. Amen. It may be going into nursing, it may be going into teaching, it may be going into business, or it may even be going into ministry of what Amen. God has for them. So if they will turn to Him, they will do what God has for them.
Scripture reiterates that so plainly in Jeremiah 29:11, where it says, when God says, I know the plans I have to prosper you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And how true that really is. When our future is grounded in Jesus Christ and our future is grounded in the things of God, knowing that, we graduate sometimes from the fears and the anxieties. We graduate from the circumstances in our life that try to overtake us. And the graduation process spiritually is so important for us. As we draw nigh to Him, He says He will draw nigh to us. And we know that we have the assurance of knowing that Christ is our Redeemer. On behalf of Sandy and myself and the All Nations Church of God, we want to congratulate our graduates this year and for their hard work and their service. Thank you today for being part of Friday Reflections. Come and visit us if you can at All Nations Church of God. We are located
at 1600 Elrod Street.
And our service times are as follows.